Welcome to Sergio Creativity.
Welcome. Today we are going to learn one of the most useful hooks in the Finnish language. It is called the partitive. Don't worry about the name. Just think of it as the some hook or the unfinished hook. In English, we say, I eat bread or I eat the bread. In Finnish, the word actually changes depending on whether you mean the whole thing or just some of it. The hook we add to the end of a word is usually just the letter a or a. Let's start with a simple word. Bread. In Finnish, that is leipä. Say it for me. Leipä. Good. Now, if you're eating some bread, not all the bread in the world, just a part, we add the hook a. Student, how do you say some bread? Leipä. Exactly. Now the word for I eat is syön. Tell me, I eat some bread. Syön leipää. Perfect. Now why did we use a and not a? Because leipä has those little dots, so the hook needs dots too, right? Exactly. Vowel harmony. The melody of the word stays the same. Now let's look at numbers. In Finnish, one is yksi. If you have one of something, the word stays in its basic form. The word for car is auto. Student, one car. Yksi auto. Good. But as soon as you have two or more, the Finnish logic says we have a group and these are parts of that group, so we add the hook. Two is kaksi. Student, how do you say two cars? Kaksi autoa. Brilliant. Kaksi autoa. What about many? Many is monta. How do you say many cars? Monta autoa. Now let's talk about emotions. Some verbs in Finnish are like magnets. They always pull this hook. To love is one of them. The verb is rakastaa. The word for music is musiikki. Student, to say I love music, we need to add the hook to musiikki. It becomes musiikkia. Tell me, I love music. Rakastan musiikkia. Excellent. Now, let's look at a different kind of hook. Some words end in a single a, like the word for room, huone. Think of these short a words as being a little weak. To make them strong enough to hold the hook, we give them an extra tt, so the hook becomes titta. Student, if room is huone, how do you say two rooms? Kaksi huonetta. Perfect logic. Kaksi huonetta. Now let's try a negative sentence. In Finnish, if you say you don't have something or something isn't there, it always takes the hook. The word for water is vesi, but the hook form, the some water form, is a bit special, vettä. I have is minulla on. I don't have is minulla ei ole. Student, tell me I don't have water. Minulla ei ole vettä. Exactly. Because the water is absent, it takes that partitive hook. Now let's look at one final scenario, ongoing actions. If you're currently watching something or waiting for something, it isn't finished. The word for train is juna. I wait is odotan. Student, how do you say I am waiting for the train? Add the hook to juna. Odotan juna. Perfect. You don't need a word for. The hook a does all the work. Now let's do a quick-fire review of the hooks. How do you say three books? Book is kirja, three is kolme. Kolme kirja. How do you say I love you? You is sinä. The hook form is sinua. Rakastan sinua. How do you say I am drinking coffee? Coffee is kahvi. I drink is juon. Juon kahvia. How do you say I don't have a dog? Dog is koira. I don't have is minulla ei ole koiraa. Brilliant.
You aren't just learning words, you're learning the shape of the Finnish mind. You use this hook whenever things are unfinished, unspecified, or simply not there. Nähdään pian. See you soon.